Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my new what if that was commented by Matthew Archbold. I'd like to thank you on commenting this what if. I actually like Infinite, but I didn't really like his game appearance. I like his IW appearance. His was awesome. Alright, what if Deku had Infinite the Jackal powers? I am not weak. And I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. My name is Sukumidori, and I am the, 80% of the humanity with a power that is called a quirk. 20% are quirkless, and I felt that way but for not having power. Anyway, there is a light side. They are called heroes that fight, decide, and change, while villains are the darkness that holds everything that consumes light. I don't get why this situation, but I prefer myself to become the better version. I'll help others, the weak, while the strong, like me, help others as well. And I despise the strong who call people weak. Katsuki Bakugo. Alright, welcome to My Hero Academia. Like in canon to the manga, Suku and Bakugo were in the same school, Aldera Junior High, and they have a heated rivalry, like heated enough to become hatred in the air, that they don't want to be anywhere near each other. And the most ironic part is their seats are near each other a bit, so it becomes just as tense as anything else. Zuko is like a massive collateral damage. If there was any 9.0 earthquake, it's him. Let's be generous on this one and say he calms down. Zuko is in his seat, taking his own free time notes. This is such a process. School is such a lack of process to deal with this type. Then Bakugo comes in. Well, isn't it shitty Jackal? And Zuki looks at when he was on his seat. Oh my, the little sparkler is here. Bakugo says bold words for someone that couldn't hold their power because they're weak. Suki got angry at it. Gee, now that's bold words. Suki creates his cubes. And Suki then says, shall we take it outside, Bakugo? And then Bakugo said, bring it on! But then the teacher comes in. Alright, class, it's time to take your seats. I got an announcement. And then Zuki says, to be continued. And Bakugo says, yeah. Then, when the teacher does his little introduction, all that shit, yada yada yada, he says, alright, Bakugo, you're going to UA. And Bakugo laughs. Ha! I got into UA! Sorry, Jackal. Maybe you should be my sidekick. Suku cracks his desk when hearing that. But when he was getting about angry enough to wanting to make Bakugo cease to the point that he'll feel fear to his bones. He then hears the teacher. Alright, Zuko, you're going to UA as well. And Zuko smirks. Even though he doesn't like going to school that much, he'll probably like UA a bit. But can't believe he's going to it with this guy. And Bakugo says, "What? No way! His quirk is like a villain!" And then the teacher says, "It doesn't matter if their quirk is somewhat like a villain. What matters is how you use it to help others or depress the weak." And then Zuko says, "Sounds like you should become a villain, Bakugo." And Bakugo heard that and saying, "Wanna go?" And Zuko says, "I was feeling like it, but now I'm feeling in a good mood." Bakugo gets irritated by this. "I don't like you getting happy like this!" After walking back to school by using a shortcut, as in canon, Zuko says, "Man, it's annoying that I have to get another school. I'll enjoy it for a bit." When he walked down, there was a bubble from the sewage line, and Zuko noticed it. And Zuko then says, "Sometimes, I don't know why, but even filth can always become scum." And then the sludge villain says, "Hey there, kid, I'm here to take you." And then Zuko looks at him with his eye, and then his effect has gone. Phantom Zone. And then the sludge villain felt the impact. What the? He then sees Zuko's illusions. Huh? What is going on? And Zuko smirks at him. "Welcome to your reality. Your reality." And then the sludge villain says, "This quirk, it's perfect. I'll use it to destroy." Then Zuko says, "Sludge, isn't it? It can be perfectly negated by anti-chemicals that could negate its traits. So I used a simple effect of acid to clean out that gunk." "No! No!" And Zuko then says, "That's what you underestimate. Acid affects the sludge villain and weakening him and making him pass out." And Zuko walks to his home and saying, "I really need to get back to Vigilanteism soon." And when he gets back to home, he gets greeted by his mom with a love and affection. And then, keeping a secret from her, All Might sees that sludge villain was taken down with chemical effects that negates all of sludge villain's effects from his sludge body. This person's quirk is brutal. But it did help many. Who is this person? Then, when night came, Zuko dons a mask, wearing gloves, and grabbing a coat that was laced in leather, what punk rockers wear. Alright, it's time to dish out crime. Zuko then walks out of the house and looks at it. I'll be back, Mom. Zuko imagines himself hovering in the air with his power. The Phantom Zone makes everything have infinite possibilities. When Katsuki called me weak, cried, couldn't let anyone see me in a bad sight. No, I didn't want anyone to look at me. I didn't want anyone to look at themselves as weak. Alright. Zuko hovers around, checking every place, making sure that no villain is in his sight. Those that make the weak helpless. Zuko got angered by that thought, but then he sees a blonde-haired girl with glasses, blue eyes, being harassed by some boys. Seems like she was handling it. Zuko was gonna hover away, but then they used a quirk to get their way with her. Hey, young lady, why don't you date us? And the girl says, No, thank you. I just have to get to work. And then the guy was pressing it, pushing it on her. The girl was not liking this, so she just ignored him and just tried to walk away from him. But the guy tries to grab her and tries to threaten her with his quirk, but then Zuko comes in. My, how dare you make lady feel uncomfortable. He appears in front of him. The man says, What the? Who are you? None of your business. Now be gone. Leave her be. And the girl was amazed by Zuko's looks. She'd never seen him before. And Zuko says, If there's any problem, I think it's easy to say that it's important you stay down. Got it? And the man was not taking it. Doesn't know where he's pushing to. Listen, brat, I'm stronger than you. We don't want to end it this way. And Zuko smiles and says, And the girl was a little shocked on what Zuko was doing, on why he's chuckling. And Zuko says, I don't want to frighten you. Then he snaps his fingers. Welcome to the Phantom Zone. Then his illusions come to reality. Figures of himself like monstrosities. Are you sure you're strong? And then the man was at awe and then was shaken. Monster! Get away from me! He runs away, and Zuko says, Of course, he runs. And he turns off his Phantom Zone. Sorry for... And Zuko was surprised on her reaction. Whoa! Your quirk is awesome! It's frightening, but amazing! And Zuko wasn't expecting her to say that. Thanks. Get embarrassed on what she said. And then Zuko says, So, what's your name? And then the girl says, My name is Melissa Shield. And Zuko says, I think I heard this name before. And then Melissa Shield says, Yeah, my dad helped on a certain hero with his gears. And then Zuko thinks for a minute. Shield? Do you mean David Shield? And then Melissa says, Yeah, that's my dad. And Zuko was happy to hear that. He's a big fan of All Might still in this canon version. I'm quite a fan of him. And Melissa says, Wow, you're a fan as well? I didn't expect a Vigilante to be a fan. And Zuko keeps a straight face, trying not to make it look like he's that excited. I heard of his work. It's impressive. And then Melissa says, Thanks for helping me with those guys. I was trying to get them away from me. My dad told me that there's something in Japan that he wants to tell. And then Suki says, alright, be careful. And then Melissa shakes her head. No problem. Oh yeah, I haven't gotten your name. What's your name? And Suki says, how about you call me Infinite? And then Melissa says, whoa, that's awesome! And Suki says, yes, I have power to have infinite possibilities. And then Melissa says, judging from your career, it really does show it. When Melissa leaves, Suki keeps an eye on her, trying to keep nobody on her. I wonder why. I have a feeling to keep an eye on her. She's safe and sound. Suki then says, alright, time to keep on walking. Suki tries to look around, finding villains to take on or take down, and there was none. And Suki sighs and says, what bore? Alright, time to get back home. Then we get to the shadows of the abyss. A person laughs.
Thanks to that green-haired version of me, he let me free of the timeline. It seems I stumbled into this multiverse or universe.
Then the shadow figure then sees this version of Zuki.
My, this is gonna be fun.
And that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. See ya next time. Plus Ultra.
Fight was real, but your silence steals what I can't conceive.